as a guy, I didn't know that such things occurred as like Friday night fun night. So is that a real thing?
Absolutely, girls' night is a huge thing. It's like, I don't know why we have to label it as so, but I think that women in general like to we're gonna do it, there's not gonna be any guys, we're gonna wear our pajamas. I remember I was at a personal girls' night one night, and my friend was like, the boys can't come over, I'm wearing my glasses. And I think that really sums it up. You have to be able to be comfortable to just be you, you know?
So I watched the first episode, and it seems as though there's a lot of opportunities for improv in this. Is there, and has there been a lot of improv?
Yeah, Rebel actually was really open to getting the script and then having some fun, and I have a background in improv. I started at the Second City and stuff like that, so it was a pretty big dream for me to be able to improvise, and it made for a really amazing experience.
Just one more question, I'll pass it on. So Rebel Wilson said that this show is the anti-Sex and the City, and the ladies won't be talking about dick when they get together. So what will they be doing and talking about?
Oh my gosh, so many things. I mean, you have to keep in mind, these girls have not gone out and partied since high school. They have just stayed in, and so it's really like, they're kind of fishes out of water, for lack of a better term. So they're kind of exploring it, which is nice, because every week we get to see them do things that you or I may think is normal, but this is kind of a huge deal for them. So it's, yeah, I like that she said it's an anti-Sex in the City, and I love Sex in the City, but I think it's really nice to see just some innocent girls just having innocent fun and exploring new experiences together. Yeah.
Just experiencing Rebel Wilson from Bridesmaids and Pitch Perfect. I don't think I could keep a straight face. Opposite, like, what's it like working with her? And is she like the improvising? Is it hard to keep a straight face when you're working with her?
Working with Rebel Wilson was honestly a dream for me. I was such a huge fan of hers after Bridesmaids and then Pitch Perfect as well. And there was some days where we were definitely cracking each other up. I remember there was one day on set where I was just on, like, for an eye line, I was like behind the camera, and she's like, go away, Lauren has to move, I can't do this. So we spent a lot of time cracking each other up, for sure. It was hard. You get really good at biting the inside of your mouth to try and not laugh, and thinking of terrible thoughts to keep yourself straight face.
Did you guys go out as a group for a super fun night of your own?
We did actually, yeah. We had a really great time. Lisa Lapira plays the third of the best friends, and she's amazing. And Kellen Coleman plays Felicity, who's kind of the more nemesis. And then Kevin, who is our token Y chromosome, who's British and lovely. Well, the five of us really did. We had a great time, and we would have kind of like nights out, or we'd have dinners and stuff like that. And it was really helpful, because it kind of gives you that shorthand, which always helps when you're improvising, especially, to have kind of like this Rolodex of things that you can pull out that the other person will be familiar with, and that may also like make them laugh a little bit, which is half of the goal, half of the time, I think.
And if the girls like wanted to go out for a super fun night in Toronto, what would they do, given your experience?
The characters?
No, just them.
Oh, just us as people?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what wouldn't we do? I feel like we would start at some sort of karaoke room, and move from there down to where? Fluid? Liquid? What are these places? I don't go to those places. You know, I recently went to Crocodile Rock on 911 night, and there was a very attractive fire inspector there. The point is you can make fun anywhere. It doesn't really matter where you go. Fun would follow us, I think, is the truth.
Hi, I'm super excited for this series because I'm one of these people.
Amazing.
And my biggest fear with it is people brushing it off as a female Big Bang Theory. What can you say really sets this series apart from, just being a female version of that's really kind of put nerd and geek culture on the map?
I don't really think that the term nerdy is actually apt in describing the characters in this show. I think that they're more kind of like just social misfits. They're weirdos. They're not nerds. You know what I mean? Like, there's nobody who's quoting science and has this like great nerdy culture or anything. My character is a tennis instructor who has questionable sexuality, and Lisa's character is very kind of reserved and I don't really find that any of us are doing anything that's that nerdy. Like, we may be into things that are a little bit nerdy, but I think that the friendship that the three of us share and watching how loyal we are to each other and how much we love each other is going to kind of set it apart. It's not kind of, not that I'm slagging the other show, but it doesn't rely on that kind of thing. It's reliant more on the relationships than on us being nerdy or not. That's just kind of what we're into.
Okay.
Yes. Oh. So Canadian, everybody's so polite, and little hands coming up. No, don't. She passed you, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Things are gonna get heated in here. They're gonna get heated in here fast. I can feel it. You guys are ready to pounce.
I love those teen movies where the nerdy guy gets the hot girl, you know, and you feel like this show is kind of capitalizing on that philosophy, sort of like a TV version of Never Been Kissed, like a longer version maybe?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that from the very beginning, Rebel's character, Kimmy, obviously there's something between her and Richard, the very dashing British love interest, and I think very early on, people are going to start rooting for that. And it's great. I mean, everybody wants to see, you know, the Ducky character succeed, and I think that that's relatable and lovely. And I don't really feel like there's a lot of that necessarily that I've seen before. I think that that's something that people are going to really like about this show. Will she get him? I mean, we hope. We really hope for everyone.